Good evening, and welcome to Groton Junior Senior High School. Tonight, we're going to be celebrating the accomplishments of the class of 2017. It's been our tradition during the award ceremony to do something that will set you up for your graduation on Saturday. And I do have an address on Saturday, but to kind of set the tone for what I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to share 2 poems. These poems have had a lot of meaning for me over the years. When things are difficult, when I need to struggle a little more, or I've had to work through some things, I've always kind of gone back to these words for wisdom. One is kind of a rhyming, almost like a Hallmark card poem, and the other one is a pretty serious poem. So I'm going to go ahead and read them and let you ponder them, and then Saturday we'll tie it all up. The first one's called Don't You Quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a fellow turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver lint in the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. And the second poem is Barter by Sarah Teasdale. Life has loveliness to sell, all beautiful and splendid things, blue waves whitened on a cliff, soaring fire that sways and sings, and children's faces looking up, holding wonder like a cup. Life is loveliness to sell, music like a curve of gold, scent of pine trees in the rain, eyes that love you, arms that hold. And for your spirit still the light, holy thoughts that star the night. Spend all you have for loveliness, buy it and never count the cost. For one white singing hour of peace, count many a years of strife well lost. And for a breath of ecstasy, give all you have been or to be. And on Saturday, we'll come back to these poems. At this time, I would like to introduce Mrs. Margot Martin, who is the superintendent of schools, and she's going to address the class of 2017.
Be patient. Have self-control in those difficult situations. Be kind. Show encouragement and enthusiasm. Every time you contact someone, you can make their day better or you can make it worse. My challenge to you is to make it better. Be trusting. Place confidence in someone and listen carefully to that person. That shows trust. When you interrupt them, that's a sign of distrust in what they are saying. Be unselfish. Think of yourself less. The last one, in case you didn't get it, was I was saying I am not wearing the Groton football on behalf of the Tauga Central Players. Be truthful. Be open to hearing the truth about yourself. Find someone who can be that person that tells you the truth about yourself, and take what they say to heart, or take what they say to heart.
Cheer. Groton.
Be forgiving. Release the grip of the grudge. What happened to you doesn't really matter in the end. All that matters is how you respond. Be dedicated. Stick to your values in all circumstances. What kind of person do you want to be? What values do you uphold? What kind of integrity will you have when nobody is watching? How do you treat others regardless of how they treat you? I just held your attention for about 5 to 7 minutes without saying anything. My advice to you is to look up. Look around you. See what's going on. You might miss something. Other people's experiences are opportunities for you to learn. Observe them. See the world. Make eye contact. Shake hands with a firm grip while looking the recipient in the eye. Be a team player and get to know the players on your team by talking to them. Do what is needed for the team, even if the task is less than enjoyable. My son is graduating on Saturday as well. I'm not crying yet. Moms and dads out there. There's no crying tonight, but my message to the seniors is what we just went over. I want you to be patient, be kind, be trusting, be unselfish, truthful, forgiving, and dedicated. I wish you all the best of luck. I apologize profusely for not being able to be there on Saturday. But I will be there in spirit, so please know that I am there cheering you on and congratulating you all in spirit. As for tonight's a celebration. Tonight is not a quiet night. Tonight we're going to get peppy. I hope I loosen the crowd up, because last year I came up here and I tried to loosen up the crowd and they didn't really get it. So I hope everybody is loose. And so when somebody gets an award, it's okay to go, woo! Right? Yes! All right, it's okay. So we're gonna have a good, yeah, you got it, girl. Okay, so we're going to have a good time tonight. And with that, I'm not sure who I'm supposed to welcome or introduce. I'm going to turn it back over to Lord Morris. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to start by calling Mrs. Janet Watkins, who will come to present the Groton Rotary Award.
The Groton Rotary presents an award to the senior who is going on to further his or her education. This award is based on scholarship and participation in school activities and community service. The Groton Rotary Scholarship goes to Hope Twitch. On behalf of Groton Rotary, I congratulate Hope and all of you graduates as you embark on the next chapter in your lives.
The first National Bank of Groton's Robert C. Dempsey Memorial Award in the amount of $500 is presented to Paige Graham.
This award is given in memory of Robert Dempsey by the National Bank of Groton, its employees, and his friends. This award recognizes a student and his or her community service.
At this time, I would like to present Staff Sergeant Cortez Williams.
That's okay. Most of the time I don't need a microphone anyway, so. Good evening. I am Staff Sergeant Williams. I'm the local Marine Corps representative for the area. It's an honor to be able to be here this evening. Very short notice. I appreciate the faculty being able to squeeze me into this. The purpose of my being here tonight is to recognize those students who have taken a really big step above and beyond the rest of their peers. I get asked pretty frequently, how long does it take the average person to become a United States Marine? The answer to that question is very simple. Average people don't become Marines. It takes an extraordinary individual to serve the United States of America in the armed forces, specifically in the Marine Corps. And it's my honor tonight to be able to present two students from the class of 2017 from Groton High School. Please join me on stage, Art Servant and Alexander Hubert. This is to certify that Art Servant and Alexander Hubert have successfully passed the required mental, moral, and physical examinations and have been accepted for enlistment into the United States Marine Corps. The defense of our country and our freedoms is the duty and privilege of every citizen. The Marine Corps has a proud tradition of outstanding service to our country in peace and in war. Voluntary membership in this elite military organization is a clear demonstration of the American qualities of patriotism and loyalty.
The Mary Evelyn Dempsey Award in the amount of $100, there are two awards, are presented to Macy Corcoran and Charlie Case.
This award recognizes graduates who have demonstrated maturity and respect for others. These graduates have shown dedication to family, school, and community. These awards are presented to these hardworking, outgoing individuals chosen by Mr. Chris Dempsey in memory of his grandmother, Mary Evelyn Dempsey.
The Beta Chi Medical Scholarship in the amount of $800 with two recipients are presented to Emily George and Sydney Reeves. Beta Chi Medical Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Jaden Allen.
These awards are presented to outstanding seniors pursuing education in the medical field.
The Robert C. Dempsey Agency Award in the amount of $100 are presented to Jacob Plump and Grace Ditman.
These awards recognize students who have given back to others in family, community, and school without regard of compensation or reward. These awards are chosen by Mr. Chris Dempsey.
The Beta Chi Eta Science Awards in the amount of $50 are presented to Emily George and Macy Corcoran.
These awards are given to seniors for outstanding achievement in science.
The Helen Farrell Forshee Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Caitlin Norman.
This award is given to a senior who has been outstanding in a drama.
At this time, I'd like to call Mr. Larry Jenks, who will present the Groton Masonic Lodge Scholarship.
Laura said, I'm Larry Jenks. I'm here tonight to represent the Groton Masonic Lodge and to recognize two individuals who are awarded a scholarship and given to their time graduate, a male and female graduate who have given their time and demonstrated extraordinary service and involvement in their community. You may not know too much about the Groton Masons or Masons in general. It's a very old organization. I'll just take a couple seconds to touch on what we do. In many ways, we reach out to the community. We intend to be at the Child ID program. We have a booth there at the Groton Old Home Days this summer. The Hugo Tompkins Masonic Charities Corporation is supported by a poker run in August. And we have recently reached out to Annalise and the agriculture program. We hope to work closely with them. A number of our members are farmers by career or at some point been touched by farming in their life. But tonight, again, I'm here on behalf of the Groton Masons to recognize a male and female student who exemplify the qualities I mentioned earlier. And those two folks are Catherine Jenks and Charlie Cates.
The Marlene Corbright Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $250 are presented to Katya Roman and Jared Swayze.
This scholarship is awarded to students entering a nursing program.
The John Pakowski Memorial Scholarships in the amount of $500 are presented to Paige Graham and Kinsey Henry.
These awards are presented to graduating seniors who have participated in multiple sports programs showing perseverance, a desire to win, sportsmanship, and dedication to an athletic program on and off the field.
The Ramona Gleason Award in the amount of $50 is presented to Kinsey Henry.
This award is presented to a student who is interested in furthering his or her education and has an interest in helping others.
The Katie Coyle Award in the amount of $50 is presented to Alex Hulbert.
This award is presented to a senior boy who has shown service to the school and community. This individual possesses characteristics of Boy Scout and being a contributing member of society.
The Danielle Hopkins Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $300 is presented to Brenna Botzer.
This award is presented to a senior girl who has demonstrated leadership, dedication, and enthusiasm in athletics.
The FC Bangs Memorial Scholarships of $1,000 are presented to 15 of our seniors. Seniors, please stay in your seats until all recipients are named. The recipients are Luke Van Benscoten, Quentin Morton, Gabby Russell, Lucas Goodwin, Brenna Botzer, Mariah Hendrickson, Kyle Hauser, Tyler Banfield, Paul Brecht, Fran Tallman, Marie Nygaard, Caitlin Norman, Dylan Cooper, Morgan Schoner, and Victoria Emerson.
These awards are given to 15 seniors with good academic records and who show promise of success and will be continuing their education. Congratulations.
Betty Conger will now come to present the next two awards.
Good evening, everyone. It is always my privilege to come and present the American Legion and American Legion Auxiliary Awards. These are always given to very young, deserving young people who will go on to greater things in life. The first is the American Legion Scholarship, which is presented over a 4-year period to a deserving senior on the basis of courtesy, academic merit, concern for others, and responsibility. The winner is Josh Goodwin. the American Legion Auxiliary Scholarship is presented to a deserving senior every year, anyone who is planning on to continue their education. This year it is Keller Pay.
Thank you, Betty. The Rhodes Debate first place participants receive an award of $300. They are as follows: Paul Brecht, Caitlin Norman, Nick DeBrun, Morgan Schoner, Brian Tolman, Macy Corcoran, Grace Dittman, Marie Nygaard, and Charlie Case.
Graduates are presented awards for their participation. This year's topic was resolved: is it morally acceptable to experiment on animals for human purposes? Congratulations.
We'll also call up the second place participants, who will be receiving an award of $280. They are as follows: Heart Servant, Jared Swayze, Hope Twitchell, Davia Alvarez, Luke Van Skoden, Emily George, Josh Goodwin, Jaden Allen, and Gabby Russell. Mrs. Terry Kuhn will present the award.
Good evening. Before I present this award tonight, I'd like to take a moment to congratulate all the award recipients and graduating seniors. What was it we're supposed to holler? Yahoo! So, on behalf of the Groton Alumni Association, I'm very pleased to be here tonight to present the 2017 Allison Zerboff Houston Award. Alice, from the class of 1926, was the Secretary-Treasurer of the Alumni Association for over 50 years. She was considered the #1 alumni. Her duties included keeping track of over 3,000 graduates, and these were in the days before computers and spreadsheets. They're all done by index cards. She had superb organizational skills, communication skills, and was a wonderful multitasker. She was a lifelong community member devoted to many local institutions as well as her alma mater. She was the glue that maintained the ties and held us all together. This award is given in her memory for the many years of her service and devotion to our community and to the Groton alumni. The recipient of this award embodies those wonderful qualities that she possessed. It's with great pleasure and an honor for me to present the 2017 Allison Zerboff Houston Award of $1,000 to Heart Servant.
The Groton's Columbian Club Scholarship in the amount of $200 is presented to Macy Corcoran.
This award is given to a senior girl based on leadership, success, and service to the community and the school.
The Ben Conger Inn Awards of $50 are presented to Grace Dittman, Gabby Russell, and Heart Servant.
The Ben Conger Inn recognizes these students for their hard work.
The Foggy Bog Hunting Lodge scholarships in the amount of $100 are presented to Andrew Rhodes, Ashley Newell, and Dion Martin.
The Foggy Bog Hunting Lodge consists of members who find importance in conservation, forestry, fishery, and hunting. This organization would like to award seniors who have the same belief and who are looking to further their education and careers. Congratulations.
The Norma Neville Community Service Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Brenna Botzer.
This award is presented to a graduating senior in memory of a dedicated school employee who greeted hundreds of hungry students in the cafeteria every day for over 30 years. Over the years, Norma contributed countless hours to dozens of organizations, lending a hand whenever she could. She was a firm believer that doing for others and giving back to the community was important. This award goes to a graduating senior who exemplifies the true meaning of volunteerism. Congratulations, Brenna.
The Mayuga Medical Center Scholarship in the amount of $2,500 is presented to Emily George.
This award is presented to a student entering the medical field.
The Hicks Dow Educational Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Jaden Allen.
This award is given to a graduating senior to enhance their education.
The Babe Ruth plaques are presented to Macy Corcoran and Paul Brecht.
The Babe Ruth Awards are given to one male and one female senior student athlete. The awards have been given since 1950, and the recipients possess all the attributes of sportsmanship for their respective athletic teams and serve as role models for younger athletes. These awards are voted upon by coaches.
The Corona Club Bowling Scholarships in the amount of $100 are presented to Andrew Seaman and Gabby Russell.
These scholarships are chosen by Mr. Dow and are awarded to one male and one female senior who are members of the bowling team.
The Maurice and Vivian Harrington Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500 is presented to Paul Brecht.
This award is presented to a senior who has shown dedication, leadership, good academic standing, character, and community service.
The National Invest Scholarships of $1,000 each are presented to Brianna Miller and Brenna Botzer.
These awards are presented to graduates who have made a good effort in the Invest Insurance class and regular Tech Prep class. These students have satisfactorily completed 2 business classes, have shown volunteerism and community service, and plan to continue their education. Congratulations.
The Dryden Mutual Invest Local Scholarships in the amount of $500 are presented to Paul Brecht, Gabby Russell, and Lucas Goodwin. The Groton Youth Commission Awards in the amount of $50 are presented to Quentin Morton, Kinsey Henry, Matt Gilmbath, and Cordell Reamer.
These awards are presented to students who have given 100% and have worked to their fullest potential.
At this time, I'd like to present Mr. Rick Graves, who will present the Terrence C. Graves Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening. 50 years ago, I was one of you on this platform. Yes, I know I look that old. I got it. Anyway, it's a pleasure to be back at Groton High School in Groton, New York. My dad was district superintendent here for 20 years, from 1963 to 1982 or 3. And there's nothing more fun than being the principal's kid. I was only fighting in the parking lot most of the time. Don't make fun of my old man, that's what it was. All right. Thanks, Mom.
We love
I want to take a moment to tell you about Terry Graves, because many of you probably know about the memorial situation, memorial downtown Main Street here in Groton, and wonder who is this guy, and who is the incredible group who I'm going to introduce in a couple of moments. It's not going to take too long, but I think this is the 16th year of this award to one of you seniors. That we've been involved. It's the first time I've been able to come back. I lived in California the last 25 years and live in Atlanta now. But it was time to come back and just thank the incredible group who created this opportunity. But what happened is, just to give you an idea, and the reason we made the award in athletics and an academic situation, Terry was appointed to the U.S. Air Force Academy. He used Navy scholarships. He was first round draft pick by the Cincinnati Reds in baseball in 1963. The guy could play sports like nobody's business, has all sorts of basketball scholarships. Unfortunately for Groton, he came here and he was in college at the time we moved here in 1963. But he was an outstanding academic young man and an outstanding athlete. And the neatest news was he had my back. He was 4 years older and you did not want to mess with me unless you wanted to mess with him. So that was always good too. But the fact is, Terry was awarded the Medal of Honor, which frankly is a very rare situation. I never realized how rare until we went to the White House to accept it posthumously on behalf of the family in 1969. But the Medal of Honor, they don't care necessarily whether you were killed or whether you were wounded. It's a very rare situation. We're very proud of them. And so we wanted to make sure that the Groton folks, I'm going to introduce some people right now that's important, and I'm sorry to take a little bit of time, but what they did for this community, I don't know if you all know yet, that the Commandant of the Marine Corps, who's in Washington, D.C., has personally come and looked at that monument on your main street. And I can tell you that it's extremely rare for what was created by this incredible group, and frankly, they're mostly my contemporaries, my peers. They were my classmates who fought in the Vietnam War. It was a bad time. It was a really bad time, and I'm awfully glad you folks missed that chapter. But almost everybody in every street was affected in America with injuries and bad stories. But heroism was plentiful. And I just want you to know that there are a group of people in this town, probably many of you know them through the bank and other areas, employees and just friends of yours. But they don't ever brag about themselves, but I'm going to do it for them for a moment because it's a really special group. I'm going to introduce the group that got together with 5 people initially to say, you know what, there's a Medal of Honor winner that resided in this town, and we haven't done anything about it, and it's extremely rare. Just in the reconnaissance, the Marine Corps in Vietnam, there were 13 Medal of Honors given to officers in the Marine Corps, and there were 58,000 killed and 160,000 wounded. It's extremely rare. This group figured it out. They recognized it. And I'm going to introduce them, and many of you probably know, but they've never bragged about themselves, but they should have. So the committee that put that beautiful memorial together, and when it started with 5 people and they were raising a little bit of limited funds, they said, geez, do you think we can raise a couple of $1,000 and a couple of thousand? They worked on this thing for months and months and months, unbeknownst to our families, just how hard they had worked, because none of us were around to watch it. But they put together an amazing story, raised a ton of money on behalf of this memorial, and the rest of it's going to go in scholarships for gosh knows how many years forward to some of the folks that are coming along after you. But we've also been, again, privileged to be providing this scholarship for the last 16 years because they raised so much money they could pay for that entire project and still have more left for the students here. I'm going to introduce them right now. I want you to stand, and I want you to understand what that memorial means. There have been more people that have witnessed it. It has been witnessed by more people there than my brother's recognition in Washington, D.C. at the Pentagon for the Memorial of the Medal of Honor. This Groton Memorial is one of a kind, and it's legendary in the U.S. Marine Corps. I'm going to introduce right now, to be kind enough to stand, Frank Hine. Frank, I'm going to Steve Goebel. Gary Watrous. Fred Ott. Rick LaFrance, who's in the back, but he's shy, but he has a yellow shirt. Two gentlemen who are not here are Jim Greenman and Chris Sims, very much an integral part of the committee, and 2 who have passed, much to my deep disappointment, but very pivotal players in this entire project, and that is Lal Lockwood and Doug Goodsell, another classmate of mine. And last but not least, a very important player who designed, the architect who designed that gorgeous memorial, and Scott Hughes. Scott, would you stand, please? And okay, I've taken enough time, but I did want to get a chance. I don't know if I'll ever be able to have the privilege of coming back here again on behalf of our family. I certainly hope so. But I'll tell you, this is a great school. I loved it here. You all are going to just do great as you move forward. Groton High School prepared me, certainly, in my career, in certain terms, very positively. And you're very lucky to be in this town with this community. So I congratulate you as you move forward. And it is time for me to present for the Terry Graves Scholarship to the Outstanding Athlete, combination of athletics and academics. This year's recipient, Sydney Reeves. Thank you.
Stole her notes.
You really don't want me to wing this. The Molly E. O'Brien Memorial Scholarships in the amount of $400 are presented to Paige Graham and Macy Corcoran.
Awards are presented to young women who have participated in Groton athletics and have gained respect of their teammates and opponents alike. As leaders and tenacious competitors, they do not measure success with a win-loss column, but by having fun, developing positive relationships, and exhibiting true sportsmanship qualities. These athletes are kind, caring, fun to be around, upbeat, and forthcoming. Their smiles inspire people to feel better about whatever may be troubling them. Congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to call Mr. Lance Coit and Mr. Mike Neville, who will present the Groton Fire Department awards.
Good evening. On behalf of the Groton Fire Department, I'd like to, and the memberships of the Groton Fire Department, I would personally like to thank and congratulate the class of 2017. You guys played a vital role in our community with community events, and you're the future of this great community. At this time, the Groton Fire Department and its membership awards 3 individuals a $100 scholarship to seniors who volunteer for their community or their local department or continue to pursue a career in the healthcare industry. At this time, the first individual is Jonathan DeForest, Brooke Barnes, and Ann Hinks.
At this time, Mrs. Betty Conver will present the Groton Business Association Awards.
One of the fun things of living in a small community is you get to belong to a lot of organizations and give away all their money. I'm here representing the Groton Business Association. Our president is shy. She doesn't like to do public speaking. She's a great director of the library, though, Sarah Noble. So on behalf of her, I am presenting the Groton Business Association's awards. And they go to Quentin Morton and Grace Dickman.
The Groton Police Benevolent Association Scholarship in the amount of $250 is presented to Brian Tallman.
This award is given to help further education and post-secondary education.
The Elwin Baird Scholarships in the amount of $150 are presented to Brianna Miller and Allison Morgan.
This is given to hardworking students to further their education in a post-secondary institution.
The Student Council Award of $100 is presented to Grace Dickman.
This award is presented to a graduating senior for his or her service to the Groton High School student body.
The senior class of 2017 awards of $25 are presented to Aaron Botsford, Claudia Dawson, Jonathan DeForest, and Frankie Paytown.
These These awards are presented to graduating seniors who have made an impact on the class of 2017.
The Janet O'Brien Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $250 is presented to Catherine Jenks.
This award is presented to a senior entering the field of nursing.
The Nelson Hunter Memorial Award in the amount of $25 is presented to Matt Gumbas.
In memory of Nelson Hunter, an award is presented to a deserving senior who plans a career in agriculture-related occupation.
The Mario Venturini Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Hope Twitchell.
This award is presented to a graduating senior who has not only demonstrated exceptional artistic ability, but has a drive and desire to pursue these talents in the future. Congratulations.
The Doug Goodsell Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Grace Stidman.
This award is presented to an individual who has demonstrated extraordinary community service, good academic standing, and shows leadership as well as sportsmanship. This student is college-bound and plans to participate in collegiate athletics. This award was created and chosen by Judy Goodsell.
The Exton Memorial Scholarship of $300 is presented to Nick DeBrun, and the Exton Memorial Scholarship of $200 is presented to Jacob Klum.
Shortly after D-Day in June 1945, a young 19-year-old Groton soldier was killed in the hedgerows of France. His name was Russell Exton. He was a native of Groton and graduated from Groton High School. His parents established the Exton Memorial Fund. Russell Exton had 7 cousins in Groton. Glenn House served in the Air Corps in World War II, and Richard Exton was a Marine who was in service mainly in South Pacific. He was in Iwo Jima and saw famous flag raising. He became a 7th grade history teacher and an 8th grade math teacher. This award is given to an all-around student with an interest in one of the following fields: math, history, technology, and/or nursing, and who has given his or her time to both athletics, academics, and extracurricular activities.
The Alternate Education Awards of $50 are presented to Elliot Filko, Michaela Badman, Thomas McDougall, and Dominic Chapman.
These awards are presented to students who have gone above and beyond and have all shown dedication toward their studies.
At this time, I'd like to call up Sophia and Nick Darling, who will present the next few awards. We'll begin with the Raymond H. Brashear Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $100, and it's presented to Sydney Reeves.
This award is presented to a student to help further his or her education in the sciences. This award was chosen by Sophia Darling in memory of her father, who was a professional land surveyor.
The Nick Darling Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Damon Shoemaker.
award is presented to a student to help further his or her education in heavy equipment operation and maintenance.
The Boyce Thompson Institute Scholarship of $1,000 is presented to Emily George.
BTI presents an award to the student accepted in a STEM-related program.
And the Sophia Darling Business/Accounting Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Victoria Bogart.
This award is presented to a student entering a business-related field of study.
I'd like to call up Mr. John Walpole, who will present the Sally C. Walpole Scholarship.
Good evening. On behalf of the Walpole family, I'd like to present the Sally Walpole Award to a student interested in teaching or human services. This year, the Sally goes to Jaden Allen.
The Sarah B. Allen Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,500 is presented to Jaden Allen.
The student who values education and plans to continue her education. This graduating senior will be studying kinesiology at Penn State and is receiving the scholarship in honor of her mother.
The Senior Citizen Art Class Group Award in the amount of $200 is presented to Victoria Empson.
This award is presented to a senior planning to continue their art education.
The New York State Excellence Award of $1,500 is presented to Hope Twitchell, and the award of $500 are presented to Sydney Reeves and Emily George.
These awards are presented by New York State Education Department for outstanding graduates continuing their education in New York State.
The Marion Kuhn Award of $25 is presented to Kaylee Clark.
This award is presented to a student for their hard work and dedication.
The Tompkins Cortland Real Estate Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Davia Alvarez.
This award is presented to a student of merit.
The Groton Hobby Shop Scholarship in the amount of $100 is presented to Ashley Rotunda.
The award is also presented to a student of merit.
class of 1993 scholarship, sponsored by the JB Machine Company in the amount of $250, is presented to Damon Shoemaker.
This award is presented to an outstanding athlete continuing their education in the trades.
The Groton Visual and Performing Arts Booster Club Award of $100 is presented to Alex Albert.
This award is presented to a student who has participated in the Groton Music Program.
The McLean Community Council Scholarship of $500 is presented to Catherine Jenks.
This award is presented to a senior who lives in the McLean Fire District.
Mrs. Judy Chamberlain will present our last award for this evening, the Angela Congress Memorial Scholarship.
This scholarship was established in memory of my niece, Angela D. Kangas, whom we tragically lost shortly after high school graduation in 1990. Angela's mom and dad decided the best way to honor Angela was to use the donated money to help other deserving students on their journey through college. Angela was valedictorian of her class and was in receipt of a full scholarship to the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee to study architecture. When she set her mind to do something, consider it done. She was also a lover of the arts, was a musician, and excelled in sports. Well, she actually excelled in everything she did. This year it was thought the best place for this award was to have it travel 1,200 miles to Groton to be awarded to their great niece, Emily George. If I were to describe Emily, she parallels what I just said about Angela. When Emily sets her mind to something, it's a done deal. She's an excellent student. As we all know, she started out in school sports, but at the age of 7, she decided dance was her passion, but she excelled in it. And you think dance is not a sport, you need to watch her perform at the competition. Wow. Everything Emily does is demanding, and that's how she likes it. I have no doubt she will excel in college also. My sister and brother-in-law feel the same way, which is why tonight I have the honor of presenting the Angela D. Kangas Scholarship of $500 to Emily D. George. For those of you who have not connected all the dots, she's my granddaughter.
Before we move on to the recognitions, I'd like to take a brief moment to say thank you to all of the organizations and private donors who have taken the time to give of your money to benefit our young scholars. And class of 2017, this is your chance to say thank you. We're truly grateful for the generosity of our community, and I know that our students are also so grateful for the money that they've benefited from you tonight. Thank you so much for your generosity. It means so much. And next we're moving on to recognitions, and we're going to talk about some scholarships. First of all, and what I'm going to have people do is, when I announce your name, if you would just stand up so that we can honor you, and hold your applause till everyone is standing. We'll begin with Jaden Allen, who has received the CFCU Stringham Scholarship. Brenna Boxer, Elmira College's Outstanding Academic Performance Scholarship of $80,000. Paul Brecht, Adam Heck Scholarship of $1,400, and the Rod Serling Scholarship of $15,000. Jaden Allen has also received $12,000 and a University of PA Presidential School of $24,000. Charlie Case, he is going to receive the Mount Ida Presidential Merit Scholarship of $88,000 and a one-time Mount Ida College grant of $6,200. Macy Corcoran received the Sapphire Leadership Program. Grace Dittman, Niagara University Presidential Scholarship of $68,000 and an additional Niagara University Award of $12,000. Victoria Empson, Alfred University Ceramic Grant of $4,750, Alfred University 1836 Grant of $4,500. Lucas Goodwin, the SUNY Polytechnic Progress Achievement Award of $5,000. Mariah Hendrickson, the Cuba College Presidential Award of $68,000. Catherine Jenks, the SUNY Brockport Dean Scholarship. Jacob Klump, Rosemont College Merit Scholarship of $16,000. Caitlin Norman, Elmira College 1855 Award of $60,000. And the Elmira College grant of $22,000. And finally, Marie Nygaard, the Rod Serling Scholarship in Communications Award of $15,000. There's always another cage. Keller Pay, Hartwick College's Samuel Nelson Scholarship of $80,000, along with a $325 CSEA Unit Local 812 Award of $325. Sydney Reeves, Cornell Federal Credit Union Award of $3,000. Morgan Schoner, Wells College Presidential Scholarship of $88,000. Brian Tallman, the Alfred State Alumni Association Scholarship. And Brooke Twitchell, Southeastern's Chancellor Scholarship of $48,000, Southeastern Honors Scholarship of $12,000, and the New York Youth Ministry Scholarship of $4,000. Congratulations to all of you, and we wish all of the class of 2017 the best of luck in their future endeavors.